Wisconsin Foodie would like to thank the following underwriters for their support.
Every once in a while, the lore of a restaurant actually matches up to its reputation. Skaliwags is exactly that. For many people, it's on the way to Door County, but it's absolutely worth the stop. I'm here to meet Chef Marshall Wiltfang, whose father, Chris, originally started the spot in what we would all affectionately call a dive bar. But what comes out of the kitchen is second to none.
I've got 32 seats and you're sitting elbow to elbow. I've got 4 tables, so you call it 3:30 the day of, and I hope to get you in the table. It's hard to get a spot right away. I've always really liked interaction with people. Like I like dealing with people, and I put really good food in front of people. You're gonna see smiling faces. Like everybody that's here enjoys being here. You know, like even you'll see me back there because I'm 6'7", so you'll see my head towering over, sitting down, and I'll be probably one of the first people to greet you. I grew up down south and I played ball. I had an offer to Georgia Southern. I kind of wanted to get away. So my dad's kind of a gypsy. He's moved all over the country. He's cooked in all these different areas. My grandmother called him on Christmas Eve and said this place is in foreclosure and needed an owner. So he sent a lowball offer thinking I ain't moving to Wisconsin in the middle of winter to start a restaurant. And they took it. So the day after Christmas, she called him and said she needed a check. He was like, I don't really have the money for it right now. So she fronted the money to him on a land contract, and then he paid her back in 2. I moved up because I wanted in-state tuition to Madison. You know, I wanted to go be a lobbyist. I also wanted to kind of rebuild a relationship with my father, and so I started working and wash dishes, scrub floors, and so eventually started where I'd sue on Sundays, and then I eventually started chefing on Sundays, and then I took over the kitchen about 2 years ago.
Chef Marshall of Skaliwags, how are you, man?
How are we doing? Good to see you. Good to finally have you.
I'm great. I have heard about this place for years now. And coming in, it doesn't disappoint in appearance.
Yeah, there's definitely a lack of ambiance.
I love it. I could roll in looking like you minus the chef coat and feel totally comfortable. Yeah. And my money is as good as anybody's, and I love good food. Come
right off the beach. I mean, come from the brewery, you come from anywhere.
Yeah, cool.
5-star dive bar.
It announces it on the sign. I mean, I'm not throwing you under the bus right now.
No,
Look, you guys wear it on the sleeve. So I'm picking up a major seafood theme. So where are we going to begin? Shrimp and grits or scallops are the likely spots?
I was thinking shrimp and grits right away. It's one of our bigger recipes.
And then you are a Southern guy, so as a self-respecting ex-Georgian, you can't not serve shrimp and grits.
You can't not serve shrimp and grits, no.
So shrimp and grits is not an iconic Wisconsin dish?
It's just good,
yeah. In the South, it's a hallmark of your personality and how you season your grits.
I mean, I've got gator in there out of the Okefenokee, and then I've got andouille, a little bit of spice.
Right.
So putting those grits with the peppered bacon and the green chilies and all that, so different. We didn't do the Wisconsin traditions, which isn't what we don't like. It just wasn't my traditions right away. It wasn't my father's tradition.
There are no cheese curds on this chalk, man.
I put cheese curds on there every now and again, but I top it with sheet crab bisque, and I'll do like a fried, like a Hawaiian perch almost over the top of it. So it's like a Scallops poutine.
So while you cook, can you give me a little cup of that bisque? Because, dude, I gotta try this. It's the height of summer. I'm here and I'm eating a warm cream soup. It shouldn't be anything I'm drawn to. This is so good.
Yeah, so now you can see, so they're little shrimp. I can't.
Yeah, right. They're little shrimp. Those are prawns, my friend.
So they're black tiger shrimps. Yeah, they're big, and we don't cook them a ton. So I'm actually going to flip these shrimp now, so you can start to see that orange. So I'm just going to throw those on high heat, and then the only thing this really needs now is a little bit of cream. So he ate that sheet crab bisque a little bit earlier, and I just put that right in the middle. I let the stuff cook on the sides, and I come over here and I got bacon, green chili grits tonight with a little bit of sheet crab still in them, and then I've got this handy dandy little cast iron tool.
And you cook with cast iron because you love the flavor.
I like the flavor, and it's got my heritage, man. Like I eat, grandma's fried chicken in a cast iron, or I've got a couple up here from 1912.
Yeah.
I've got old cast irons. We're Southern, so it's different.
All right.
The pan's hot, so it's it just comes out, man. You can watch, you got a little bit on the pan, but it's the main factor. I mean, you got shrimp. And you just put those right in the middle.
Boom. Wow.
And then we got a couple more things.
As if this weren't enough, then you have a couple more things.
Yeah, brother. So he's got a little bit of cheese, you know, just get it a little bit, everybody loves cheese.
What kind?
So it's a Parmesan Ostia blend by Belgiroso.
That's perfectly seasoned. It's soft, it's buttery, it's just the right amount of starch.
Yeah, they're creamy, but they're grits. So I always call it blue collar risotto. You got to get to the shrimp too.
I'm getting there. All right.
Grab one of these shrimp. I'm gonna show everybody how to use shrimp like a southerner.
Okay.
So you grab it like this, and you just pinch that tail right off.
Boom.
And then it's
You got chef hands though, my friend.
Yeah, I got chef hands.
Okay, I'm going for it, nonetheless. I mean, that's so good. Mm-hmm. Those are temp perfect. I'd be happy with just the grits. No offense to the shrimp, but I mean, I think it's a sign of a good meal. Really good dish. All right, that's a great start. Where do we go from here?
The next one we're gonna do is our cod. So it's that same cast iron pan, just clean, with a little bit of oil.
So this cod is not from any Great Lake.
Usually it's a lot of cold water cod. So this is out of Hawaii too, like all of our fish.
So you're getting all the seafood from Hawaii.
You know, we had to raise our price points a little bit, but like we noticed that people wanted the best we could get. That's what I try to do. So you can start to hear it sizzle. It's gonna get that crisp layer. I'll flip it over in a little bit once I see it's kind of crusted. And I can just tell. You know, I've cooked so many of these pieces of fish that I can just tell when it's done.
And you sound so authoritative, but I still have to bring to a fore that you are how old?
I finally turned 21 this year.
You're like newly minted
Yeah,
21.
man. Nobody ever guesses.
And you're the executive chef of the flagship of Skaliwags, which has got this huge statewide reputation.
We're putting out phenomenal products just with, you know, putting a little bit of seasoning on this really good piece of fish.
All right, so going from right to left.
And it's sweet potato puree, cumin, nutmeg, Wisconsin maple syrup, and a little bit of brown sugar.
I mean, that's a nice potato.
Yeah, it's good potatoes.
Yeah.
And then you got the mashed potatoes. So it's a Yukon Gold Blend.
All right, anybody who watches this show knows that I really don't typically like mashed potatoes.
All right.
These look soft and silky though.
Yes, sir. They're velvets.
Yeah, it's a mashed potato I can get behind. Yeah. But I am most intrigued by this cod. Wow. That's like a super meaty aspect of the whitefish that I grew up eating. And it has a lovely, soft citrus aftertaste.
Honestly, if you're first time eating fish here, it's going to be like eating fish for the first time.
That's really nice. Thank you, chef.
Yes, sir. Let's go, let's cook a scallop. One of those things that we're known for. These don't take long, but you got to flip them at the right time. While that's going, I'm just going to go ahead and throw a crab cake. You know, so it's just in a dish, and we handball it for every order.
Marshall, give me the grandma story here, because this crab cake's got serious lore.
My great grandmother would make my dad salmon cakes. You know, Dad, as much as he'd love to go back and have his grandmother's salmon cake. We lived on the East Coast, so like he'd go out and he'd catch crab, and then she'd start making crab cakes.
So it was your grandmother's recipe based on her mother's recipe,
yes,
only
sir.
with the reworking of crab because you were in Georgia.
You know, so now I can see that the crab cake's finishing up. The scallop's gonna be done in like 30 seconds.
Right.
So I'm just gonna put a little bit of mashed potatoes, get a little bit of she crab. I want to make sure I go from the bottom because that's where all the good crabs sit.
Yeah, right. I learned that with the bisque.
And then she's come right over the plate. Then you see that scallop's is starting to break apart.
That's
right
beautiful.
There. So like the crust has come out, and then I've got the other side. So it's got that citrus base. It's not crusted, but it's got nice acidity to it. It's coming right back over here.
Yeah.
And so the crab cake will get the sauce.
This is the eel sauce.
You know, that soy teriyaki, the molasses base just kind of brings out that last note.
It's a beautiful plate. And then here we go, scallops, crab cake, grandma's recipe. To be honest, even if I don't love it, I have to say something nice because it's grandma. Grandma's crab cake.
Yep.
I'd like to meet this lady. This is great. There's a lot of crab cakes out there, but none of them are this crab cake. This is buttery, great crisp, love the citrus. It's right where it should be. Yeah, nice. I'm going back to this crab cake.
Yeah, you gotta go back to grandma's
This one's
crab
mine. It's got a target on it.
Yeah, we put a bullseye for you.
That's my bullseye. Yeah, right on. So this meal has been fantastic. I didn't grow up eating grits, but now I've discovered grits that I deeply, deeply love. That was a dish that 3 months from now, I'm just gonna have this moment in the middle of my day where like, I gotta get to Skaliwags and have those grits. And then follow it up with that coral cod. I just never eaten anything like it. Marshall, this has been amazing. Thank you, buddy.
It's been a pleasure to have you all out here.
I love that you brought a family story and a family like flavor through your food today. You're living it, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.